If you can describe public safety in one word, what would it be?
Useless.
I would say bullies because they use their power where they use it in a wrong way, and they're supposed to help us, especially the students, and they don't really do that.
In your opinion, do you think it's necessary for public safety officers to have guns on campus?
At first, I did not, for a long time. When I worked at Trinity, I did not think that we needed guns because we had quick, very fast response from the city of Hartford PD. When we got here, it's a little different story, and times have changed, and my view of that has changed. A lot of the violence that's running around, and we're close to the city of Hartford, it's prudent to have them. If we have a bad incident on campus, we're trained to take care of it. And if we didn't have the gun as a tool, what do you expect the guys to do?
Yeah.
If you have a crime of violence, you can't expect unarmed guys to be running toward that.
Sure.
But guess what? They would. Our officers are required to have body cams on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they have body cams.
Yes. So a lot of the body cams serve a couple purposes. We can record the activity that we see, and if one of our officers does something wrong, we can see that right on film, and we can correct that behavior. Or if it's so egregious, that behavior doesn't have to be corrected. They don't belong here.
What do you need a gun for? It's a college campus, and we're all we're students, and some of us are 17, 18, and you're carrying guns for what reason?
I think it's a good deterrent for something really, really bad happening, just in the climate that we live in nowadays.
I think it's absurd because this is a college campus. You shouldn't have to walk around with a gun on your waist. This is, I don't know, it's just...
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel very unsafe because if ever the case, they might mistake me for someone. You get emails from the school and you get just faint descriptions of people. Oh, they're wearing an orange shirt and have curly hair. That can be a million people on campus, but let me be mistaken as that person. You never know what could happen. I can get shot and I could just have done nothing.
In what situation would you use a gun on campus as an officer?
As an officer, only just in a real deadly threat situation.
We have, this department get training on all sorts of different topics: diversity, Title IX, sexual assault investigations, drug investigations, everything that a police officer does, report writing, some of the more, more boring things that you have to do, patrol tactics, stuff like that. We do a lot of training.
I feel like public safety is basically the police because they carry everything a policeman does.
Do you think students of color see PS with a badge and a gun as police officers with a badge and a gun?
I believe they do. I believe sometimes they do.
Yeah. And that is what we mean by see you guys as a threat.
You know something? They have to be identifiable.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have guys in plain clothes coming to your dorm room and saying, "Hey, knock it off."
Yeah,
tell us to pound sand and get lost. But I do see that where some kids they may be hesitant to call because we are in uniform. We do resemble the uniform is very close to being looks like a Hartford police uniform or West Hartford PD. That's for a reason.
Yeah.
I want people to identify us so you know who we are when we get there. And working in Hartford's a great, it's a majority minority city, and the same things that students may feel, people out in the community feel too. When they see the guy in uniform, they go, "Oh, what's that guy gonna do?"
Right.
And if you don't develop the relationships
is key, yeah.
It is. I mean,
oh, I do know that public safety is composed of more retired police officers. So that's all I know about public safety.
I teach a class here on street gangs, and I make it my business. I know every student, and I know what a lot of them want to do. I don't want to be viewed as a threat ever. I mean, I want you to be happy when I come on the scene. Doesn't happen all the time. If something is happening that we have to make a quick decision on, no one's going to be happy with you. But No, I don't want kids to think of us as that. We're here to make sure you're safe.
Do you feel like they respect you?
I mean, give or take.
I don't think they like black people, so.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully they see me as a human being. That's pretty much it. I mean, I don't have nothing against public safety. I'm just glad they're doing their job and protecting students on this campus. So.
Officers treat students of color differently than white students?
First of all, I wouldn't let that happen, ever. I'm a lieutenant here, okay, so I'm number 3 in charge of the department. If that ever happened, I wouldn't allow that. That's always bad. It's never accepted. Should never be accepted. If anybody does that, they're not here long. I don't tolerate that stuff. That's awful, and no way.